Now, the market here has been pretty slow in the past few weeks, but the news of Kapchorwa as well as Williamson Tea with bringing out great results towards the end of last week definitely brings a new life into the market. And joining us in studio now to take us through the latest from the Nairobi Stock Exchange is Robert Munuku, an investment analyst with Drummond Investment Bank. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's begin by looking at the new directive by the Capital Markets Authority on the raise of cap. This is, of course, in relation to the ownership of investment banks and brokerages. Definitely good news to some of the major investment banks within this market. How is the industry reacting to that news?
Well, it's a good news for the people who own these brokerage firms and the investment banks, and anything for an increased percentage will always prove an added benefit for these owners. But what we must caution is that we've seen companies in the industry that have a large percentage of ownership fall victim to fraudulent cases, and many of the, if not all, the brokerage firms and investment banks in the past that have dropped or rather have fallen were owned solely by family businesses and in large percentage. So this may be a bittersweet kind of news depending on who is taking it.
Kenya Commercial Bank, the rights issue is set to open this Thursday. That's from the 1st of July. The share is currently trading at about 18 shillings and 50 cents, and that's of course trading ex-rights. What are your expectations come Thursday?
Well, Thursday is actually, yes, as you said, the beginning of the rights trading commencement. And I think KCB has actually proved itself worth. Its quarter profits were up 10%. Its end-year results were also good. Dividend payout was good at a shilling. We've seen it dip over the past 1 week, going down today at 18 shillings. That is quite low considering the rights issue is at 17 shillings, just a shilling away. What I would say, rights are rights, and if you have the shares, pick up your rights.
Some impressive results from Kapchorwa, Williamson Tea having 7-fold increase in profit. How did the tea stocks react to the news today? And there's been quite some impressive payouts. Analysts, though, saying Williamson Tea could have afforded to pay out better dividends to their shareholders. What's your opinion on that?
Well, 6.25 shillings is indeed high by any standards, and I wonder if it will be a bit too mean to request more of the company. As for what you said about the tea stocks, indeed, we had a month ago a report from the board say that production hit a five-year high this year. We've had Kapchorwa increase their profit almost 7 times. We've had Williamson do the same. And I think what we see here is actually the beginning of a run, which is actually going to hit fruition much later, maybe by the end of the year.
Another top-performing sector, the mobile phone sector, where Bharti Airtel is about to make its first official entry into the Kenyan market on the 9th of July. How do you see this new entry impacting the sector, specifically its biggest competitor, which is Safaricom?
Well, we must remember that this company has gone through a series of rebranding from Kensel, we had Celtel, we had now Zain, and we have now Bharti moving in from India. Well, I think they should exploit this chance to rebrand and come out strong. And I hear they are also looking to one of the big media houses, rather advertising firms, to help them do so. That's Scan Group. And I think coming into the market at this time where they meet a very mature company in the name of Safaricom, they have a lot to do in terms of marketing. This notwithstanding, we saw the same company, Zain, acquire the 3G, and I think this should be a boost for them.
You've talked about the 3G license, and of course data is a very competitive sector within the mobile phone sector. The company Zain, that is, benefits from buying the same license at $10 million, whereas Safaricom bought it for about $25 million. What are the immediate implications of that?
Well, it's very good. I mean, it was very nice to see the industry regulator, that is CCK, the Communication Commission of Kenya, reduce those rates, because it kind of levels the playing field. We had Safaricom last year but one get into the same deal, but for 25 million, that's about 2 billion Kenya shillings. We have Zain now get it at close to 800 million shillings, which is really a relief. And we've seen an increase in technology, and this 3G actually basically what it does is bring data and voice services to higher levels.
Still within the same sector, Safaricom just bought 2 ICT firms. What does this mean for a company such as Access Kenya?
Well, their competitors might have something to say about this. We remember Access Kenya was also an acquisition of other 2 data firms. We had them acquire OpenView, we had them acquire Satori. We have Safaricom now get into the Interconnect Limited. And I think this kind of beefs up the competition. And I believe it's an industry that still has a lot of potential for growth. The more the competition, the better the quality of services. Access Kenya, as again, looking at their stocks in the bourse, is not doing too bad, up from 16, now it's trading at 19 shillings. Should look to do better.
Thank you so much. We've got to end it there for today.